Scrappy, do you have a baby on the way?
How y'all know without me knowing?
I mean, it's supposedly a baby in the streets by you.
In the 16th episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 12, the drama escalated to unforeseen heights as KarlieRedd, a reality TV veteran known for her fiery personality and unapologetic demeanor, exposed a jaw-dropping secret that shook the entire cast and the fans watching at home. The revelation she dropped not only sent shockwaves through the group, but it also threatened to unravel the carefully constructed lives of two prominent figures in the show, Scrappy and his wife, Bambi. The explosive revelation would go down as one of the most unforgettable moments in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history. The episode began innocently enough with the cast gathering at a social event, each member navigating their own personal struggles. But as the conversation took a more serious turn, it quickly became clear that KarlieRedd had something heavy weighing on her mind. Karlie, always known to speak her truth, stood up with a determined look in her eyes and shared a shocking piece of information that would leave everyone, including Scrappy, reeling.
We're on that bus with her, right? Is Zane a liar like what Amy just said?
Zane is a little liar. Amy was right.
Karlie, in her typically bold manner, didn't waste time with pleasantries. She looked straight at Scrappy and, without hesitation, dropped the bombshell that would change everything. Scrappy has a baby, a whole secret child that no one knew about. The room fell silent. What had started as a casual gathering among friends now felt like a high-stakes reality show episode, where no one knew what was coming next. Her words lingered in the air like a heavy storm cloud. For the first time, viewers saw Karlie's usual confidence crack. This wasn't about stirring drama or making headlines. This was about exposing a deep betrayal that had been hidden for far too long. She went on to explain that Scrappy had been carrying on an affair that resulted in a child, a secret he had kept from not only his wife, Bambi, but from the entire world. The revelation was almost too much to process, and everyone in the room seemed caught between disbelief and anger. For the audience, it was as if time had stopped. Scrappy, who had always projected an image of loyalty and devotion, now found himself at the center of a scandal that threatened everything he had worked for, both personally and professionally. His face went pale as Karlie's words echoed in his ears. He had no idea how to defend himself. The once cool, calm, and collected figure was now visibly rattled, stammering as he tried to explain himself. But the damage had already been done. Karlie's revelation was out in the open, and there was no taking it back. As the tension built, the rest of the cast members exchanged glances. Some looked on in disbelief, while others were eager to hear Scrappy's side of the story. But it wasn't just the other cast members who were affected. Scrappy's wife, Bambi, was in for the shock of her life. Bambi had always trusted her husband, and she had believed that their family was built on mutual respect and love. But the moment Karlie exposed the affair and the secret child, Bambi's heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. The camera panned to Bambi's face, capturing the raw emotion that poured through her eyes. Her body language shifted from a woman in love to one overcome with betrayal. The hurt was evident in every part of her expression. She could hardly believe what she was hearing, and her hands trembled as she processed the gravity of the situation. It was clear that Karlie's bombshell had pierced her to the core.
Now, let me say this to y'all. Y'all sitting on these y'all need to be real. I'm not gonna sit here and play this weird. It's me. What are you doing?
And you keep trying to you finna like expose me or something. I ain't no dog.
I feel like we should just go back to the hotel.
I feel like y'all should do. I feel like y'all should do y'all concert and y'all should be together. And I appreciate you, Spice.
I'm not taking your hand. Don't bro. I don't even want to hear that.
Hey, can I get this to go?
Oh, now you're doing the same thing that Chaotic did.
Karlie and Amy so want to be in a brother business. They need to mind their own business. They trying to play games. So right now, I don't even give a damn, bro. Like, I'm moving on.
Bambi, who had always been one of the show's most grounded figures, was now caught in an emotional whirlwind. Her mind raced as she tried to comprehend the betrayal. How could Scrappy hide such an important part of his life from her? What did it mean for their relationship and their children? The questions came flooding in, but the answers seemed as elusive as ever. Scrappy, in a desperate attempt to salvage what was left of his reputation, tried to explain the situation. He claimed that the affair had been a long time ago, and that he had made amends for his past mistakes. But the truth was, no matter how much he tried to rationalize or justify his actions, the pain Bambi felt was too real to ignore. She looked him in the eyes and asked him point blank, "Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you trust me enough to be honest with me?" Scrappy could offer no satisfying answer, and in that moment, the rift between them seemed irreparable. Bambi's heartache was palpable as she confronted Scrappy with the weight of his dishonesty. Her voice quivered as she demanded the truth, but the truth was far more complicated than anyone could have imagined. It wasn't just about the child, it was about trust, loyalty, and the years of hidden secrets that had finally come to light. The tension in the room was unbearable as the cast looked on, their expressions a mix of sympathy and shock. Some of them began to wonder if Karlie's actions were fueled by jealousy or a genuine desire to expose the truth. Others saw Karlie's actions as a wake-up call. Maybe the group needed to face their own skeletons instead of letting secrets fester in the background. As the conversation unfolded, Scrappy tried to salvage the situation by apologizing profusely, but it was clear that his words had little weight compared to the emotional damage that had already been done. For Bambi, it wasn't just about the affair, it was about the years of silence, the missed opportunities for honesty, and the deep trust that had been broken. The scene continued to unravel as the group tried to process what had just transpired. Some of them, like Mama D and Erica, were caught between offering support for Bambi while still trying to give Scrappy a chance to explain himself. But deep down, everyone knew that the weight of the secret child was too heavy to ignore. As the episode came to a close, Bambi's anger and heartbreak were on full display. The future of her marriage hung in the balance, and no one could predict whether she would ever be able to forgive Scrappy for his lies. Scrappy, left alone in the midst of the aftermath, was forced to reflect on the consequences of his actions and whether he could ever rebuild the trust he had lost. But the bombshell Karlie had dropped didn't just impact Scrappy and Bambi, it set the stage for more revelations to come. The ripple effect of the secret child was only beginning to take shape, and it seemed like no one would emerge unscathed from the emotional fallout. As the camera panned out and the episode ended on a cliffhanger, fans were left eagerly awaiting the next chapter of this drama-filled saga. Would Scrappy and Bambi's marriage survive this devastating secret? Would Karlie's explosive actions lead to more turmoil within the group? One thing was certain, the revelations of that night would change everything, and no one would be able to escape the consequences of the truth. The story was far from over, and the tension would only continue to rise as the secrets and lies continued to unravel.
What text you talking about? I didn't show you a text.
You did. You literally did, bro. I'm just shocked that Zane is showing two-faced. Like, y'all not gonna team up on my bro this. After all the drama last night with Scrappy and Chaotic, Zane on that sprinter, you definitely said to Karlie and myself, you were definitely Team Chaotic. And then you got in front of Scrappy and became Team Scrappy. It is so fake and phony.
Did I show you the text?
Keep it real.
What text did I show you?
You were on that bus with her, right? Is Zane a liar like what Amy just said?
Zane is a little liar. Amy was right. Because after the whole fight with Scrap and Chaotic, he was dogging Scrappy out. He was not on Team Scrap. Let's just say that.
I'm scared of you now because you just lied. Bro, that just changed the dynamic, bro, of everything, bro.
This is crazy.
Listen, if I have to be the villain for telling the truth, I will take my L every chance because I really don't care about nothing. I'm gone. Escort me out. That's the best thing to do.
Don't cap.
Escort me out.
Don't lie.
Escort me out.
Don't lie.
Escort me out.
She wants to convince Scrappy to keep his secrets from him, and I know that I would never do that. That's kind of shady. But I'm not saying anything because I'm trying to end this drama, not add to it.
Lil Zane right here. His new name is Lil Liar. Lil Zane. His new name is Lil Liar.